So let's try this one more time without all of the music. Thank you again for commenting. Ahmaud was doing something that I do all the time. You're out, you're taking a jog, you see a home under construction, and you stop, just to get a little breather or to drink some water, and you mosey on in. You're just kind of looking around, kind of imagining, I wonder what this house is going to look like. I do it all the time. In fact, there's a house a few miles up the way here. My neighbor told me they're building a new house. I cannot wait to get the opportunity to go on my next jog and to jog up there, to walk in there, to be a little nosy. I can't wait to do it. I do it all the time. Since when that's become a major crime that I need to be chased about? Since when? We do it all the time. But the McMichaels, Travis and his father Greg, as well as their neighbor Roddy Bryan, were found guilty on the state level as well as the federal level of a hate crime because they decided that this was a burglary that needed to be investigated by them. They killed someone. But let's say they were convinced that a burglary has happened. If a burglary has happened, what do you do? What should you do? We're talking about adults here. If you think there's a burglary that was just committed or one is in progress, whatever it is that you have made up in your imagination, you call the police. You don't pursue the person yourself. You don't take matters into your own hand. You call the police. When I was thinking about this episode and what I wanted to leave you guys with for this episode, it wasn't just what I said, but I wanted to leave an imprint in your brain about this to assist with you not forgetting it, And what I came up with, what I'm hoping would be helpful to everybody that's listening and to anybody that you may share this video with. If you are not driving, take about 5 seconds and look down at whatever it is that you are wearing. A pair of jeans, slacks, a dress, shorts, joggers, whatever it is. Just look at the pockets on whatever it is that you're wearing and look at the palm of your hands. Your pockets and the palm of your hands, okay? Any given garment, I don't care what it is that you're wearing, any given garment has a standard size pocket. 90% of the time, the pockets are a standard size. It's about the size of the palm of your hands. So let's say, for my police officers and law enforcement people who are listening, let's say you think that somebody has committed a burglary or one is in progress and you have a suspect. Although we know Ahmaud was not a burglar, but you have a suspect now. And you see that suspect. He does not have anything in his hands. He doesn't have a book bag. He isn't carrying anything, right? The most that he could have taken would have been placed in his pocket, right? Are you to shoot someone and kill them based on whatever it is they could have placed in their pocket? Whatever it is they could have placed in their pocket could have been a handful of anything. And if we're talking about a construction site, a work site, a home that's in progress, the most that anybody could have taken was a handful of nails. Are we to shoot and kill somebody because the most that anybody could have taken from that site was a few nails? That's the most they could have put in the palm of their hands. I didn't take a lot of time to read up on the case involving the other officer that she allegedly protected because I don't think this is new behavior for her. There was another officer who she allegedly protected, who was Baker acted, whose wife had a protection order in place on him, and he went on to kill her and himself. I didn't read up on a lot of that because I wouldn't, find it shocking that she protected him, because this isn't new behavior. What she did regarding Ahmaud Arbery's case and the McMichaels, this is not new behavior. So I didn't devote a lot of time to reading up on that. But she has been charged with violating her oath. And I think that there should be some others charged with violating their oaths as well, because she didn't do this alone. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that there are 3 or 4 other folks involved with this. But we'll just have to wait until the trial proceeds and, documents get released. But I wouldn't find it shocking that she's done this in multiple cases. The day that the McMichaels and O'Brien was convicted of killing Ahmaud on the state level, I was actually in the park with the kids, and it hit me of exactly what his mom was being robbed of. And I'm not excluding his father or the rest of the family, but because I'm a mother and I was in the park with kids, it hit me like a ton of bricks of what she was being robbed of. She would never get the opportunity to be in a park with Ahmaud's kids, to push them in a swing, to watch them slide down a slide and run and play, and all this stuff. She would never get an opportunity to hold a baby in her arms that Ahmaud would be proud to call his son or daughter. What she was being robbed of, not just what, but who she was being robbed of. Her son, any children he would have, any grandchildren that she would have, simply because he was black. And that's the tragedy of all of this, is that his family, his mother, his father, they will never get an opportunity to see him grow older, to see him achieve whatever his dreams were. If he had a desire to have a family and to ever get married, have children, they will never get an opportunity to witness that. And it's important that the truth is told. I don't think everything is a racial issue, but when we know that it is a racial issue, it is important that we bear witness, that we speak the truth. And I know it gets tiring, it's frustrating, and it should be unnecessary, but that's not our reality. That's not my reality as a black person in this country. Again, condolences to Ahmaud Arbery's parents, his sibling, his extended family, and his friends. This is a terrible tragedy, and I don't know how one, recovers from this. But, I know life, it goes on. And I would hate to see what's happened with him be in vain. And if it wasn't crazy enough that Jackie Johnson helped so much in the beginning by preventing those 2 officers from arresting the McMichaels and Brian, if that wasn't crazy enough, then you have the Department of Justice softening the blow of the conviction by trying to direct exactly where they will spend the rest of their lives in jail. So, okay, if they have to, go to jail for life, let's just try to make it a little easier for them. Isn't that sick that his family has to fight not only the district attorney, they have to fight to get charges, they have to fight to get convictions, they have to fight for the hate crime, and now they have to fight the Department of Justice because they're trying to make it easier for them? This is sick. There should be charges, not just charges for Jackie Johnson. I think there are multiple people that should have charges related to what they've done or not done or attempted to do regarding Ahmaud Arbery's case. But for now, Jackie Johnson, former district attorney Jackie Johnson, you are up next. There is an orange jumpsuit and a prison inmate number with your name on it. You are up next. There is a special place in hell for this woman, or anyone, man, whomever, if you actively prevent another person from being charged with the murder of someone. There is a special place in hell waiting for you. There's damn sure a cold bunk in prison waiting for you. But beyond that, there is a special place in hell for a person who does something like this. But before we go tonight, I want to take a moment to thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel, and especially want to take a moment to thank all of you who have complained about the music and how loud it is and how much you hate it. I apologize for that. I am not at this point a professional YouTuber, so I am learning on the job, and I tell you, it is painful. But hopefully this video sounds a little better. Some of you may recall back in December, I talked briefly about what I was working on for January. I talked about a case that I would upload 4 videos on the 24th of January. But then when the 24th of January came, I delayed it because the final episode of that case, I didn't have the information because the sentencing was delayed. So later on this week, I'm going to upload Episode 1, the arrest, Episode 2, the trial, Episode 3, the verdict. And today, the 21st of March, was the sentencing. So Melanie Curtin was actually sentenced to life without the possibility of parole in prison. And this is a case that I was actually present for part of it back in December. And I also have about 7 or 8 episodes on another case out of New Orleans. So I think this is where I'm going to end tonight. But before I do, Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, we have some terrible weather headed our way. Turcon 7 makes tornadoes very, very likely. So I pray for everybody's safety. I hope everybody, sees another day. I've been in a tornado before and it is terrifying. So I'm a little paranoid right now. I'm a little paranoid, but, I'm just going to make sure that everything is secured in my backyard and I have enough batteries, candles, lighters, food, everything for the next couple of days because I've been here and done this before. And it's no fun, but, hopefully, and I know we will. We'll see another day and we'll live to talk about it. So good night, Shy. Talk to you soon. And don't forget, it is impossible to actually outrun a tornado. It is impossible. Think safety first. Safety first.